What's up, yappers? Welcome back to another yap session. This is day 15. Today, we're yapping about like the only really news I could think of and seen recently. That being the steroid Olympics, or I think it's just called, no, it's called Enhanced Olympics. That's what it's been called mostly, right? No, Enhanced Games, sorry. My bad. It's certainly a weird topic, bro. Like, I can kind of get wanting to really like push, see, what's it called? Push and see like the real limits of the human body, just like fully turn off the switch. But it's also like, how far is too far? Like, dude, people just taking as much steroids as possible to really push it's like surely we can't like it's a very cool idea, I guess, like at base, but then you gotta think about like the humanity of it. It's cool to be like, all right, let's see the real limits if fully push, but then it's like these guys are probably gonna die in like 10 years if not earlier, man. And is it like really worth it just for like entertainment? Like maybe it's like good for like studying. Like I'm get like from a medical point of view, being able to see what the real like results of this are and like how it can push it. But like let's be honest, that's not what we're getting from this. It's purely entertainment. Like I'm sure some good studies will come from it. I hope they at least have like gotten contact with like someone to like study the athletes or something here, get something positive out of this. I mean, you just don't know how to react. It's like the like Coliseum games and everything all over again, but it's like, I guess it's like just a step for like beyond like boxing and like combat sports where it's like, yeah, there's still some risks there. But now there's even like more. Well, I guess it's like these are long term risks compared to short term risks. I don't know, man. It's such a weird line, which it's crazy to me that they're able to like do this outrally. Like I feel like there's some sort of like morals or laws here that should be stopping this, but no, they're just just dumping oceans of the stuff into their bloodstream, I guess. I don't know. Steroids are such a weird thing to me because me personally, I will never take steroids until until I retire. Once I hit retirement age, that's when I would consider doing steroids. I know it's like, dude, you can't do fucking steroids. What the hell are you doing? That's gonna kill you. But hear me out here, right? Steroids, they're supposed to be things that they will make you strong in the short term, but they will fuck you over in the long term where you will almost certainly die from them, right? However, you hit retirement, you fucking work your ass off, fucking get all the shit you can, get to the retirement age, which is when the body really starts going downhill anyway. You take the roids to that in the last like maybe 10 years. Like you don't overdo it, obviously, because if you over fucking do it, your heart's gonna really explode because it's already weak. But it's like, I think it would make sense, just enjoy the last 10 years. And sure, you're probably dead in 15 then, but it's like, what's better, the enjoying of the 10? Or like, I'm not so much to the point where it's like, oh, I should take this early so that I really enjoy these. No, you gotta look at least the overall years in the end. But it's like, in my brain it makes sense to do it at like 67. Just make sure that your last few years are like good. Keep your body trying to keep up with it so that you can like continue living all right, and you'll probably end up dying from some crazy heart problem. But like, what's better, dying in your like early 80s with heart problem, or living to 100 but the last 20 years you're just stuck in bed? It's everyone's decision to make. However, if you're taking roids young, you're a psychopath, bro. Like you have so much time. There's so much shit to do, and you don't know what could occur. And fucking taking roids, something that's almost certainly going to fucking that you A don't know the like actual long term effect that hasn't been like fully studied, and B it's like so many, the reason why it's not studied is because so many people die from it that people are just going, yeah, let's just not. So yeah, that's my idea. Roids in general. So it's so interesting to me that this actually occurred, and I haven't seen out like anything from the actual results. I don't really expect the results to be much different from the normal Olympic Games. I'm gonna be honest, because here's the thing. I'm sorry to break it to you. Most Olympians are probably on some sort of steroid. Now, there aren't blasts in it because if they blast it, they will get caught and cut for it. However, I think any of them, almost most of them, have probably been on a cycle before because you got to think about it. They are participating to have the greatest result, and meanwhile, they have like you can look at it from the logical way of, oh, I can take this thing that yeah, sure, I traced over my life, but I get a better result. They're they are fully focused on that result rather than their life, so it's like it makes sense. And then the like people that have already had results in the past and have, made some money, they can very much do designer steroids where they can make roids that will not be caught on, scans. It's always going to be a thing of those aren't going to know what they're going to what they need to be looking for on these drug tests. So it's like, or they can just be off cycle. They can cycle for during their training, know when they're going to get drug tested, just go off cycle beforehand. It's from what I know, I'm no expert, but from what I know, it's pretty easy to be a fake natural. And it's like I'm glad that, as me personally, I'm very scared of the health risks with it, or it's absolutely not fucking worth. And it's a thing of like I'm a very egotistical person where it's like I ain't gonna take no goddamn fucking shortcut. That's some cringe shit. So I'm very much glad for that, and it's like I ain't fucking reaching any of those limits anyway. Let's be honest. Wait, it's like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna watch anything. It'll be cool to see like the results come out of it, and it's really fucked to me how many like streamers and YouTubers and stuff are like they're at it or like reporting on it, and then I saw that fucking Bryan Johnson looking like a goddamn vampire out here with his black umbrella was fucking talking about how one of them took it too far and sank in the pool, and I'm like, what, what a weird just line of events here. First off, we have the steroid Olympics actually happening. They've somehow brought in this goddamn Bryan Johnson guy, which, if you don't know, Bryan Johnson is the guy who is like obsessed with staying young forever and like trying to live as long as he can, trying to be like the healthiest possible. And it's so funny to bring him in to like interview him, and then you look at him and he's dressed in like all black umbrella behind him. It's like, what are we doing here? Holy shit, this has to be a sign of doomsday, dude. Like, genuinely was my reaction of just like wow, what the hell? Like, sure there'll be a few funny clips from it, but like overall, man, I don't think it's worth it, bro. I can't believe they got this like off the ground and going, like, and like, dude, how do you got, dude? I feel like there's got to be so few like athletes that would be really willing to do this because it's like you can't compete in anything after this, right? So it's like I guess it's gonna be like the failed athletes, right? Like probably the failed athletes are gonna fucking come here and fucking write out so that they can win something. That'd be my guess. Like, stand. There's so many questions with it. Like, how did this thing actually come to pass? How have they done this? Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I'm not gonna follow it like very far, but I'll probably get shown clips of it and be like, damn, yeah, we're living in a world where this is happening, huh? But yeah, we're at the 10-minute mark. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you tomorrow.